By the way, what do you guys think of this this look? How do you like this this Santa Claus build that I just did? Do you like him? That's my Barbarian. You look warm. You know what? I feel warm. It's been so hot here. It's been so hot. How is it? How are things where you're at, Minuet? Because it is so hot here. I have been roasting. I have been roasting on an open fire. By the way, you can peep all my transmogs here. This is my druid. I went with the barefoot and the bare chest. Mortimer, my necromancer. Went for like a nice like plague doctor look. This is Silas, my rogue. I really like gray. So fucking hot outside. It's so hot. Need some ice packs sewn in. No joke. I am sitting on ice packs. So this is like fucking RP. This is RP stream. I'm literally sitting on ice packs. It's so hot. Seti Hendrix is good, but his music is sexual. I haven't heard of Seti Hendrix before. I can be outside for like 5 minutes too before I'm done. Yeah. The thing is, I like to sit outside in the heat. I do. I like to sit outside in the heat. But if it's too long, it's too brutal. It's too much. It's too much to do. Yes, I know I had you pulled up when you said that I just couldn't respond. Okay, that's why I was on your minds. I thought we were like simpatico, like you're thinking like, yeah, ice packs would be a great idea. I wonder what kind of smart guy would think of those.
Did you hear that?
Kind of genius.
Screaming in rage ahead.
All right, so plan with today is we're gonna do our this is going to be my build to this. I'm gonna talk about what we're gonna build towards, and then this is gonna go in the video. We're gonna start out with this, and then we're gonna go back to leveling druid. We're gonna talk about what I'm gonna build, and hopefully get to that point where we can get all of our abilities all set up, and then we'll do like a dungeon, and then we'll call it. I think I have like one dungeon I can do to get like my aspect that I want to get with this build, and then we'll go straight back to leveling normally. So this may be a little bit more focused on like conversation, maybe steered more towards this just to begin. All right, and then we'll jump straight into like regular leveling, and we can chat. Okay. Diablo 4 looks good. Diablo 4 looks amazing, especially for like a top-down isometric type game. Looks great. All right, so main aspect of this build is called the Hammer of the Ancients. It is focused on, of course, using our main spender here, Hammer of the Ancients. Slam your hammer down with the Fury of the Ancients, dealing such and such damage. We're mainly focused on the fact that it helps you generate more fury for 5 seconds each enemy damaged by Hammer of the Ancients, stacking up to 10 times. So that means more fury, just like a warrior in World of Warcraft, and more is just more casting in general. So we basically want to get those max stacks and really just pump it out. We also picked up Enhanced Hammer of the Ancients, which gives us more fury for 5 seconds for each enemy damaged. And then Hammer of the Ancients deals 1% additional damage for each point of fury you had when using it. So more damage, more fury. It's really you just want to kind of make those things compound upon each other. And then Lunging Strike is our main basic ability that we're going to be using. Lunge Forward. The Lunge Forward concept to this ability is really cool because what it can do is it allows us to essentially have a little bit of a dodge mechanic, and I'll show you a little bit more about what that means later on. Additionally, we are using Rallying Cry. Rallying Cry, I think I see in every single build for Barbarian, and it makes a lot of sense because what it does is it gives you movement speed, and then resource generation is increased. So it's great for any Barbarian build. You really, those are the two main things you want in any build: mobility and resource generation. So next thing is Leap. Leap is a great thing for Barbarians, just because you launch yourself into a mob of enemies, and with Enhanced Leap and further the one I mainly want to get is right here. If leap does at least one hits, or I'm sorry, damages at least one enemy, gain 40 fury. That's an insane amount of fury for a leap. I will take that. And then we're going to go a little bit further into the builds because there is a few more things we're going to grab. These are kind of later down the line. But we have Call of the Ancients, which is our main ultimate. The main aspect of this is that it has a great amount of utilization to really just get that nice little bit of like it kind of mixes two things, like a defensive, but provides passive DPS. And when you're leveling, you don't want to do too many active things. There's a lot of builds out there that require you to just be clicking constantly or doing a lot of mechanics a lot of the time. That can be kind of tiresome, especially if you're leveling up to 100. And so Call of the Ancients is going to provide that passive DPS and really make it a lot easier for you to really just DPS mobs. A good thing about it as well is, especially if you're getting low, you can use this as a way to just essentially deal some damage by not being in like the battle. So Call of the Ancients, a great little ultimate, has some defensive elements in there, good combination of things. And then I think the only other one I don't have, and I think this is used in a lot of builds too, let me find it real quick, it is Warcry. Warcry is a fantastic item because our fantastic ability because it increases your damage dealt, and it's 25 seconds. Sounds bananas, but like when you compound it upon using like Rallying Cry, it really just makes you super strong. So the cool thing about the Barbarian is you can really self buff yourself to make yourself really strong, and with those two things together, on top of everything else, you're really just dealing a lot of damage, moving really fast. And if you use them in the proper situations, you shouldn't be on cooldown for super long. So will you be streaming more now that you have moved over to YouTube? I would say that's still kind of up in the air. And my reason for that is that I don't want to dedicate myself too much to a streaming schedule right now. As much as that's tempting, because I love streaming. I love streaming for streaming. Like, I love just the interaction. I love doing that while I game. For a while, it felt like I couldn't game unless I was streaming. And so I was like, I don't really know if that's what I want to do constantly. And so not streaming as often allows me to make videos more often and make content more often on my YouTube channel. And then I can still stream and put out the streams on the YouTube channel, but I don't think I want to stream super often. So just because it's just too much effort to stream all the time. And I don't think really that's really what I mainly want to do. It takes too much out of me. What I found myself doing is like I would have games I'd want to play, and then I wouldn't really play them because I'm like, oh well, I can't really play this now, or I'd have to make like a second or a third character and go, well, I guess I'm gonna do this off stream later instead. It just became too much to do. Something I'm really trying with this build is I'm gonna try to get some swords in this build. So I'm gonna try to focus on getting swords because we're gonna pick up. I can't remember the exact stats it affects. Let me double check what it is. It's hamstring. So hamstring, which is a great ability that's gonna come later on. It's gonna apply bleeds and then slows. So with those two things, it's gonna require, I think, two-handed swords are required for that part. Once we get there, I'll be more attentive to it. But because of that, I need to make sure that I have that like ready to go. I understand, bro. This sucks. Yeah, I get everyone's like feelings with it because it's like something that it's not something that I like. I'm itching to do. It's just I found that streaming became like antithetical to like what I was enjoying about streaming. Is like I love streaming for the sake of like putting content directly out there. And then this is before like all the big changes with Twitch came out, because recently Twitch has been changing a lot of aspects that really as a streamer like have scared me as a streamer. Like it's been like a scary time to be a Twitch streamer, even if you're not a big one. And I know a lot of like partners are flipping out. A lot of those like mid-tier partners are flipping out, even with that 70-30 split with the Twitch Partner Plus program coming out. But even if you're an affiliate, the way I see it is now, like as a streamer, your growth is just capped. This is just how it is. So like if you're a streamer and you're starting to improve, you're starting to get growth, you have to think about it like, how far is my growth gonna go on this platform, or that I'm gonna commit to this platform that I'm just gonna put somewhere else later on? Because really, as a streamer, like if you don't know how it goes for Twitch streamers, nobody grows on Twitch and then continues to grow after becoming partner. I have seen tons of partners out there, even now, that have become partner and they stop growing. They do not have consistent sub counts. They do not have consistent revenue streams. They do not have sponsorships or deals or anything that's like really funding them. And because of that, they're struggling. They're struggling to survive. And a lot of these people, because they became partner, switched to be being full-time streamers. They left their jobs or something like that, because being like you can get swept up in the moment very quickly by the whole concept of becoming a streamer. A lot of people do, and of course it's not the best thing to do, but some people have done it and they've done great. So it's not like it's necessarily all the time, but really just at a certain point, if you become a Twitch partner, your growth is almost capped, because basically you need to have outside revenue streams either on your YouTube channels or your Instagram page or your social medias that's going to basically accrue either more people to your stream, so get brand new people to the stream, because recurring viewers are less likely to sub, less likely to donate, because they know you're always going to be around, because they're like, either they've already given you what they can give, or they're going to be tapped out at a certain point. If people have been like, maybe you could go full-time one day. It's a possibility. I won't say it's not a possibility for some people, but I think that most people who are streaming already have a job, and like they do this on the side. Now some people can stream for hours and hours, and like more power to them if they can stream for like hours on end, and you can do that for a long period of time. But I'd say a majority of streamers kind of just do it on the side of everything else, for a few hours a day, whatnot. And I really don't think that with the way that Twitch policies are leaning, it seems that really things were really loose, and a lot of people reap the benefits early on, and basically Twitch is running out of money. Twitch is running out of money to just give to people flat out, because they basically have been, my guess is getting pressured by Amazon, is reach these profit margins or we're not providing you more money. And so their plan for really the past, I don't know, I would say months to at least maybe a year or two, has been to cut revenue streams coming directly from Twitch and basically reap more revenue streams from streamers directly, because you don't want to ruin the viewing experience, which they already have with ads, but it's easier to reap revenue streams from streamers because they're already invested. A lot of people, really just a lot of people, are so invested in the Twitch platform, like they have some loyalty to the Twitch platform because they either have been on it so long, or they're personally invested like monetarily because they have equipment and all this kind of stuff, and like a lot of people don't want to relearn a new platform. I mean, that's what I'm kind of doing right now with this YouTube stream, but a lot of people don't want to do, or it's too scary. It's like, I remember learning how to stream my first time. It was nerve-wracking. It was intense because it was like, I don't know if this is something that if this is something that I can do, if I have the equipment to do this effectively, if people are gonna hate it, you know, if I'm not gonna get any other viewers from it. So it just became this process of anytime I felt like I needed to change things up, it was always like, but I can't stop streaming, because if I stop streaming on Twitch, I'll lose any sort of popularity. And even the most like, there's two groups of people. There's like the toxic positive people who will tell you, oh, you know, just stream whenever you feel like, you don't have to stream long hours, you don't have to do that, it's kind of crazy. And then you have the people who are saying like, you want to grind 10 to 12 hours, you know, 4 to 5 days, or 3 to 5 days a week. And both are equally insane, because that's not how either of those things work. In reality, it's just that whenever you're streaming, your goal with streaming should always be to create content. And if you're not creating content, if you're not doing something with the game you're playing, if you're not doing something on stream, then it's not really doing anything for you long term. It might be doing something for you on stream, but it's really not doing anything for you long term. I promise you, there are people who became partner purely off of their charisma and the fact that they attracted viewers early on, and they're partners now, and because they did not create any form of long form content on any other platform, they're now switching to Twitch, or to Kick, because Kick provides you a higher revenue split with your subscribers. And so if those people don't want to make long form content because they haven't had to make long form content up until this point, and now they're thinking, well, why should I do it now? And it makes a lot of sense.
Only one of us will walk away from this.
All right, let's do this fight. Let's do this fight, and I'm gonna do this fight all. I'm gonna explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Okay.
Nature's music.
This is a single target fight, and I want to practice with it.
Some will die, yes, but that is the way of nature. It is a crucible. It devours the weak.
Devours the weak.
Makes the strong stronger. And those who survive, they will save this land from hell.
Oh, ho,
You've
ho.
fallen for the demon's lies.
You've fallen for the demon's lies.
No. This is my choice. Lilith only granted me the power to do what must be done.
And what did you give her?
All things must be earned in the wilds, even knowledge. Prove yourself, and you will have your answers.
All right, time to prove myself in battle. All right, starting out with our resource generator. I always like to start out a battle early on for speed. My dodging skills were awful right there. Kind of just doing this intermittently so I don't get hit as much with the lightning.
I need time to do this.
She flashes away a lot, so I'm gonna have to like restart my stacks every few seconds. I wonder if I could just do that. Yep, I can. Nice. Oh, it dashed. So you can use that to dash real quick and then go over. That's kind of cool. Okay. Oh, I did that too early. Let's do that again. Okay, pick that up. I just got done playing Rogue, and like the Rogue was the same way too. Like you don't want to just smash your resource spender. You kind of want to do it intermittently. Just make sure it doesn't get to max. As long as it doesn't get to max, you're good. Okay, that was some skillful dodges up until that point, I think. That was going really well. All right.
I need more time.
Zang! I got a nice little hit in there. Oh. Felt like I DC'd there for a second.
I need more fury.
I did this with Rogue, and I was doing it with Penetrating Shot, and it was actually awful. It was god awful. Hey, that glitch happened too! Last time with that rock. Goofy ass rock. I know I just spammed hammer the H. I literally just said not to do that, but spam, spam. I just needed to get rid of some.
Not ready yet.
I thought I got it. I had it right there, but doing like no damage right now. Bye, Felicia. Sorry to take off so quickly, but my headache is too bad to even listen. I hope you have a good stream, and I'll catch you next time. No worries, Minuet. Hope you feel better. Sorry about the headaches.
Lilith?
I told her of the wards around Astaroth's prison. How to break them.
It doesn't make any sense, 'cause she's like, what was it? She was saying wisdom must be earned or intelligence must be earned. But like, the deal that she's giving, she's literally just giving something or sacrificing something that's not hers to give for the easy way out, you know?
If they cannot vanquish him, how can they stand against the full might of hell?
Basically, if you can't beat him, join him. Gotcha. Fair enough. Fair enough. What was that? A two-handed mace. Interesting. Let's see. I lose that. Oh well. Yeah. My stats for the current stuff is kind of garbo. All right. Poison resistance. I don't even have a necklace equipped. Jeez. Fire resistance, maximum life. Maximum life. I think that one's best. Yeah. Alright. This guy does not have a lot going on for him. Alright, so we can go all the way back here. I think there's a dungeon in this area, but I think I have to complete Act 2 before I can do it. Okay.
And she is at peace now.
She's at peace now. She's a pizza.
I never thought it would turn out like this. Heroism and sacrifice are often entwined in the course of fate. My mother's words. I must tell Father what has happened. What Lilith has done.
Wait, was that his mom?
We cannot let her destroy anything else.
Mama. Ooh. What was that? Oh. Maximum Fury. Oh, hello. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, this area is kind of level, it's level 15. So let's see if we can do...
Some of our finest hunters did not return from the hills. They became prey themselves when the fog came with
do these
hunger.
quests here.
Now their bodies lay bare for scavenging. It's wrong in all ways. They should be... And as brave
Right, I
as
had
those
music
we
on.
lost. Could you see them to proper rest?
Okay. Do you need aid?
A thief named Darsel snuck in with the knights posing as
Darsel?
muscle. Took something of mine. A bairn was born healthy a fortnight ago. Praised the glowing fire, but the mother is weak.
The mother is weak.
Darsel stole the runic charm I placed to heal her. Bastard probably just wanted quick coin. He may have condemned both mother and child. Deal with him and bring the charm back.
Bring the charm back. Alright. Beautiful. Okay, so these are both kind of over here, but we can definitely get to those in a second. Let's just... I don't know exactly how this works, because I think... I don't know if you have to do, like, exactly Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Because it just gives you the ability to do them in whatever order. So I'm going to shoot for this one. And just go for it. Making my way downtown. Walking fast.
I need more fury.
Because this is Fury, stacking up to 10 times, 1% additional damage per. Not a huge amount of damage, but basically you want to use it near the top. Like that. Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, this is gonna be a long walk. Before I make this walk, I need to actually go back, because I'm gonna sell all of this. One thing I am not good at any game for is inventory management. So let's salvage what we can. What is this? Is level 4? A druid don't need that. Let's just sell the rest. I don't think I have any more swords here. Alright.
Come back when
Sounds good. And then let's go back here because I need to get experience potions. So we can get this sort of get this ball rolling. Wait, it said something about Barbarian. Was that is like a expertise? Yeah, is that what it was? I don't know. I didn't read it. I don't read good. Hold on. Oh, go back up. Upgrade my equipment.
Let's have a look at you. Buckles.
And I think we have to upgrade one thing, right? What the hell? Feel like there was something. Max evade charge? No, I don't want to keep that. Let's just do the boots. I don't know if I needed to do that at all. I don't think it matters. It's this one, I think. Yeah.
Well, you certainly have the
Some
look of someone who
potions.
spent- If you
Some
got the ability
potions.
to buy enemies,
Okay, craft elixirs. Alright, so I think that requires level 20, right? Yeah. So we'll just make like 3. Let's see. Thorns, armor, experience. Yeah, let's do Thorns, armor, experience. Yeah, like 3.
perfect balance.
Okay. And then I think there's, is it another thing? No. There is not. Alright. Where was it? Over here. Sure. Let's go there. That seems close-ish. Like, no joke, I was doing penetrating shot rogue, and I felt so insanely weak that I had like I bought gear, upgraded it just to make sure that it wasn't gonna work out, and it wasn't gonna work out. Oh, what the heck? Oh well, if that's the path I gotta take, then I might as well go this way. That was not. It was like I thought maybe I could cut through it. That rock has a face. All right. Okay. It's fine. Oh, I'm gonna check my dashboard and make sure everything's working. I was like falling behind. You know what? There is one more thing I can do. There it is. Okay. Okay. And then let's, I think it's build 2. I don't know why I can't like I can't do anything whenever I'm clicking out of the stream. It's kind of frustrating. Is there a way to make this windowed and like not so intensive? So intensive. Accept. Display. Kind of gives it a widescreen effect. I don't know if I like that. Save. Yes. Let's just try that. See if it makes it work better.
A code of fury.
Little dashes. Tiny little dashes. So one thing I don't like about playing ranged characters too is like the constant like you attack things that are far away. Yeah, everything's changed. It just looks like it's bugging out on my side. Let's see. Try this one more time. All right, so okay. Let's just try it this way. Let's try to bear through it, I guess, you know.
Don't have enough fury.
Usually when games do this for me, it's like usually because like an update, but I think I just updated my graphics driver, so.
I'm not ready yet.
My little porcupines. All right, nice. Let's do. So we just did power leap. So I think now we need to do because we're not quite at the next tier though. I don't know if we're grabbing anything. Oh yeah, we're grabbing hamstring. So we can't grab hamstring just yet. So because of that, I think we want to grab Warcry. Yeah, let's grab Warcry. Increase your damage dealt by 15%. Yeah. I feel like if I switch these, I won't use this one as much. Warcry is... Okay. So I'm trying to think of the order of things. Increasing your movement speed and resource generation, yeah. So... kind of really just start out with these two. Maybe with Warcry first. No, only for 3 seconds. Yeah, 3 seconds for each. Yeah, it's like right before fight, so... which makes sense. I mean, like, chronologically. You'd want to, like, shout before a fight, I guess.
Just wait. I'm out of fury.
Out of fury. I don't like this pole spear thing. Just, the attack doesn't feel very, very good. Alright, look out. Here we come. Okay. Just try to stay out of the big groups. Some people do these events and they don't do the actual, like, what the task is. Like this one, I'd want to kill this one first because the spider's there. People just, they kind of just kill things in general. Excuse me? Maybe I should space those out a little bit more, possibly.
I'm not ready yet.
God bless us, everyone. All right. We're all safe now. Yes. A bone mask. If I had to guess, that's probably necromancer. That's probably a necromancer thing. Hey, when it doesn't show it though, like, what it says. Oh no, this is just literally outside my level. Never mind. I was like, bone mask. That's probably. I thought it was saying I couldn't wear it. No, it's just. Well, I can't. I didn't mean to assume. Let me see again. Let me look at this again. So this one is increasing damage dealt by 15%. This one is increasing your movement speed. So if I wanted to do this, really, it would be start out with Rallying Cry, get into the fight. Once I max out on Fury, then use Warcry, and then start spamming Hammer of the Ancients. And then Leap I could actually do going into the fight as well. So like Rallying Cry until Leap. So Rallying Cry, Leap, now that I'm maxed, now start spamming. Like if I had to put an order to it, that's what I would say. Kind of pop out of it. Warcry. Okay, get these two. Ooh. These toxic pools are kind of annoying. I think if I ever do a hardcore character, I don't think I would do Barbarian. I feel like you're so, like, you get so stuck. Or at least I feel like I get so stuck and then I forget where I'm located. I can't see myself at all. Alright, I'm already max. Fury. Oh, see. Wasn't paying attention at all. Slain by Vengeful Spirit. Yes. Oh, I don't want to start this. I don't think I've ever repaired my gear. Now that I think about it. Like, decreased cold. Oh wait, what the heck? I literally just saw that. Where did he go? Oh, trail. Wow, I was not paying attention at all. Oh, wrong ability. I don't know, maybe swap those two. I want it to where I'll use it, but where it's like... Okay, that felt a little better as far as where it's oriented. Okay. Dang him. Going far away. Boom. I like the smashes though. The smashes are really good. Sometimes they're really weak though. like I should do this one just because I'm like right at level. I gotta be a little higher.
I'm low on fury. I need more time.
It's like onesie twosies. I don't want to use my abilities. I did not. For some reason I thought that was my war cry. I'd say like the positioning is probably the hardest part about this build. If you don't position well, and it kind of like just sucks because like you end up hitting stuff a lot more than you need to. Sand-worn shoes. Let's see. Oh, two-handed sword. That is actually exactly what I needed. Okay, sweet. Evade grants movement speed. Okay, both of those were better. Nice. Do events, y'all. They're worth it. They're pretty decent. Dang! Oh my god! I thought I was gonna save him. That was a no.
I'm low on fury yet.
Imagine having to worry about like these giant porcupines and also like random thugs. I just can't win for losing. Why is I here? I thought I was supposed to be... Okay, never mind. Guess I was supposed to be a little further out.
SadDad, overgrown vermin's broke another trap. Nay, traveler. The traps have
Hey,
yielded
traveler.
all, and won't for some time. This land needs time to recover. Thorn beasts are still in abundance, though. Haven't shown signs of corruption, but a tough meat that, and too smart for normal traps. I hope these new snares will yield better results.
Basically, like, these guys aren't, like... They have nothing to do with, like, all this crazy stuff that's going on. But they're, like, really annoying. And strong. Alright.
The fly swarm's plaguing us. We've done all we could.
Burning
Burning
corpses.
corpses, covering open water, rubbing ourselves with gallowine. Barely done any good. Folk have had heavier worries on their minds. But the flies bit our last milking cow to death.
Oh, dang.
The problem ain't going away by ignoring it. I have some coin saved if he can help with the infestation.
What are you mixing in that pot, ma'am? This is my own stool.
The whole forest has gone mad.
We're not going out there again. There's a horned woman in the moors, spreading
In the
corruption,
moors.
if that's what you mean.
Yes. She's after the druids who vanquished Astaroth.
Oh.
Ah, that madman Nefane lives out there. We already tried checking on him.
Already
Got
tried.
as far as Boglinstone Circle, and then the druid's wolf companion appeared and bit one of my men.
I think we went from like
already short on knights.
a Russian-esque
Not going to risk what I have left
accent.
on some bastard who hates the cathedral.
to like a Scottish one. Actually, it's more gentle, so maybe like Irish. Waiting for something.
Not something, but someone. Someone like you, in fact.
Someone just like
You look the
you.
worldly sort. Would you be able to travel to the Under the Fat Goose Inn in
Under the
Highland Wells
Fat Goose
and let Torben the innkeeper know Niall will be there shortly to settle his tab? I likes me a drink, see, and that place has the best ale in these parts.
The best ale. Alright, okay. We got to head one of those directions to be able to complete some of this. Oh. This? Oh, okay. I'll head out this way and see if I can hit up some of these. What is this big... Oh, stinging swarms. Okay, yeah. Alright, so yeah, let's head out the left side and then I'll try to get some of these on the way out. Couple of extra. Anything... Actually, let's repair all items. There we go. And then... So keep... let's
Put those pieces to good use.
I don't think that was anything important. I'm kind of scared that was, though. I really didn't think before salvaging those. My brain did not register what I was doing there. Message just travels forest, looking with nature, but something has been written over it. Dry blood. Cathedral dogs not welcome.
Easy, my friend. I'm not one of the knights. I'm looking for your master, Nefane. Think you could help me with that?
Watch it nod its head. It's to bark.
Good boy. Lead the way.
Lead us. Guessing like, unless you're gonna climb down a mountain, I'm guessing it's this way. Oh no, I gotta stay with you. It's an escort quest. Oh my god. Are you what? Hold up. Oh my god. Hey, I got other quests, dude. You know what? I forgot. Let me use one of these.
I must wait.
It's funny though. I just picked it up. Give me a second. So fast. So fast. Alright, so we just got Warcry, so I think we upgrade Warcry again. Let me double check. Berserkering, 25% increased damage and movement speed. Yeah. Up to, wait, 5 seconds? Okay.
Nefane?
What?
Dang, sir, you ain't got no legs.
Who are you?
Looks like Mimir from God of War.
You stink of Donan.
Donan.
But he is not here. Coward!
He feared Lilith might seek you out. He was right.
Yes. She put me here. I am beyond saving.
Surprised you're alive.
All you can do for me is find the demon. I will help you. Go to the north. She is there, planning something.
Do I get your wolf? Druid should get the wolf. Like, should get just.
To stop her. Fear will accompany you. Hurry!
Let's go, Fjorbin. Alright, now I lead the way. None of this you getting ahead stuff. Going too fast. Oh. Go. I like to have the trackers. I forget where I'm going so quickly. Crude toad pass. Because it was pressed from an animal's meat. Ah. Random golds.
Barrier of blood. There must be a way to bring it down.
Ah, yes. Of course. The blood pus. Oh, it's like all around, isn't it?
I'm not ready yet.
This little... See it. I want it. I wants the buffs. Oh, let's go!
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, get over here, get over here, get over here.
I must wait.
That one's always fun.
I must wait.
Beautiful. That's natural. Looks pretty natural. I mean, compared to everything else. It's a little rat. It's a big old rat. So that's one of the harder things about this build is like you don't want to use your abilities like too soon. So I get that sort of like feeling I get when I play RPGs where I don't want to use a potion because I'm like I'm gonna need it later. It's always like Skyrim or Oblivion where like you just need tons of healing items for like one fight and then never again. Dang. Alright, is my potion still active? It is. Nice. Or my elixir.
Under old boughs hangs the heart fruit, swollen with hatred. Let it burst forth and flood the streams and burrows.
Ah, well. Alright. There's a lot of blood, man.
In this crimson cradle, let there be born an amalgam of rage.
Amalgam of rage. She's got a big vocabulary. I do like my women with the big vocab.
Let its anger ever burn, until it has devoured the whole of this wretched land.
The whole of it. The whole or the whole? Like a river.
It all flows here.
This is all his? A lot of blood, sir. Doesn't seem practical to keep all this blood inside of you. Unless you're running like a blood bank, I guess. That makes sense. Oh, sir, that's a big body you got. Amalgam. Rage gestation.
I'm not ready yet.
Whoa! I meant to dash. I keep on pressing A. Like a ding-a-ling.
Not ready yet.
Come to me, spawn hatred. We have tender meat to hunt.
No! I have to fight this thing like 3 times, aren't I?
Wounded, but not dead. Where's that creature gone?
Oh, you dropped some gloves. They're all sticky. Oh, Hammer of the Ancients gloves. I like that. I like it. I'm wearing my red shirt. Okay, what? Is there like... Is there a way out? Little teleport? Little portal? No? I just gotta walk? I gotta walk the whole way? Return to Nefane. Yeah, no, I get that. Y'all annoying. Let's just teleport you to town. Gotta walk? Gotta make the trek? Won't do that. Come on, Fjorbin. Let's discover again the miracle of Nefane, who's somehow still alive through some miracle of nature, even though apparently this is all his blood. I got swords galore. It's gotta be the fastest way. Alright. The end of these should always have like a second, like an out. I don't like that walk back. Let's quiet down this road. Am I like specifically avoiding enemies? Usually I've been attacked like 12 times by now. There it is. Okay.
Did you stop her?
Kinda.
No, she was already gone.
Oh.
And I fear she's taken a piece of you with her.
Sorry.
A beast born from your blood.
It's my fault.
Oh, yeah.
What part did you have in this?
A pact with Lilith
To
help me destroy the Knight's penitent.
In return for what?
I told her.
Dang. Seriously, dude?
Is hidden. Held high.
Why?
In her presence, I lost control.
Hey, that blood is splashing.
Consumed me.
Oh, okay, calm down.
One thing to do now.
Maybe he was like peeing.
End the corruption.
That wolf gonna attack me? Oh. And poor doggy. Aw, poor guy. Yeah. How bad, my dude. More beast meats. Alright, so this is gonna take me all the way back here, so let's do this super quick and then we'll head back to town. Healing well. Oh, it's like doing that second smash and it just like turning him into blood dust. It's just so aggressive. Okay. I do need new weapons on my. Let's see, 185. Okay. 180. Okay. That'll do. 80. Did it just die via thorns? Oh, what just happened? A dagger? Level 8. What's this? Is that a whispering chest? No, I don't think so. It's like just a regular one. Okay, fine, I don't need it. I don't need it. I do need to get those whispering keys so I can start opening those chests though. Probably be smart. Oh. Okay, I thought it was gonna be like huge.
I must wait.
Oh, okay, never mind. Brimstone sword. See if it already replaces the sword I got. Let's see. Slashing, two-handed. Let's see. Damage to slowed enemies. Pretty sure I do a slow. My main attack. Close enemies, stunned enemies, crowd-controlled enemies. Overpower damage. Damage over time. Yeah, my other one's better. Oh, but I get a helmet out of it. Let's go. I'm probably gonna put like max life gem in there. Today is good. Every time it says something level 15 about Barbarian. I did not read that fast. Oh, did I level up too? Oh, I did. Yeah, that's right. I think I pick up hamstring if I remember correctly. I think that's the one we get. Death blow. I don't want to pick up an ability right now. Pit fighter, deal 3% damage to close enemies, and then distant reduction. Your bleed affects slow enemies. So I think we get a bleed from. Let's see. No. No. Yep. So lunging strike does. Yeah, I just started lunging strike really. Okay, so it kind of works with our lunging strike. All right. Yeah. Effects and then. 6%. Okay. I'm wondering if I should grab any further into it. To vulnerable, I don't know if that's gonna be useful. I might skip on that. I also have to look at two-handed mastery and see what it does. Because expertise. I call it mastery. Yeah, bleeding damage is increased to 2%, so yeah, definitely want to put some ranks into that as much as possible. Oak. Don't like the animation though. It reminds me too much of Dark Souls with like rapiers. They're not very fun. I like slashing weapons. These are pokey weapons. Alright. Now we need porcupines. There we go, nice. And the shade keeps running. Okay. Alright.
I'm not ready yet.
Weird, just surrounded by monsters. They use them for protection. They're like the guard dogs. Thorn beast meat. What it is? Oh, 12. Okay. Oh, did I just need one?
I must wait.
Okay. I'm glad it tells me the other areas that has them because, oh my gosh. That is far away. Why are you so far away? Okay, any more? Please. They're all gone. No more, no more. They're now extinct. Extinct the species. Oh, is that more? Yeah, right in the corner.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh my gosh, 11 out of 12. Stop it. Ridiculous. Let's try north-ish. Here, porcupine, 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 porcupine. That horse gallops so proper. Old trot. I will call my horse Shadowfax. Where? I just need one more. They plotted this out specifically. Alright, there we go. That was torture. Alright. Go back here. So basically in this build, we got one more main ability that we should get in about 6 points. Unless... I forget the button for Renown. I can't remember the button for Renown. Unless Renown gives us more, but... I don't think so.
Bless ye and all your descendants.
All of them.
Perhaps there's hope after all. Maybe we'll try planting the fields again.
Of pests and pestilence. Ooh, what'd you give me? Of what? A poison resistance? Ah, even more XP. Nice. Okay. Armor vendor.
Buy armor, live longer.
Actually, let's that first. Got a nice couple gems in there.
Your skin can't turn blades. Hard bargain.
I think that's too low level for me to use, so I'll skip that. Is that more? But it's got a little reduced damage from close enemies. I don't know. Maybe.
We'll sleep well tonight with full bellies.
Full bellies.
Can you remember the last
You're
time
gonna
that
eat them?
happened? You've done more than you know.
Brutal, desperate times. Ooh. Oh, there it is. All right, 1 skill point. Yeah. Oh, that level 3. No. So yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there in like I guess 5 more levels. Okay, so let's see. At least 6 enemies are nearby when you cast War Cry. Your damage bonus is increased an additional bit, or 15% base life as Fortify. I'm gonna go with the Fortify. I've been kind of running low on health. Not like to the point where like I'm gonna spend all my potions. Like I'm still doing a decent amount of damage, but also kind of dying a lot, so near death experiences. Let's go all the way back here because this is actually way over yonder. I don't remember what that one is. All right, try to see if we can finish Act 2 today. Almost level 20. Most of the good leveling builds that I've discovered, they're pretty good to go by level 20. Some you'll discover like if it's not good, if it doesn't feel at least good to play by like level, I'd say like level 12, 13, max 15. It's not a good build.
Look at this. These stone tablets contain some of the earliest written works of my Druidic ancestors. All destroyed. The wildlife in the Gauthmar grasslands have been stirred into a frenzy recently.
Stirred into
They've
a frenzy.
taken to smashing or even eating our runic tablets.
What?
I don't blame the creatures, but we
For
must
eating
preserve
tablets?
our history. Surely you see the value in that. Please, retrieve whatever you can.
Sure. Oh man, that's like way out of the way, my brother. I'll think about it. I'll put it on my to-do list. I'll put it in my Google calendar. High priority. Aye. Nice little max life buff, kinda. Yeah. Yes. Straight line always. Always come at me at a straight line. It's just better that way. Get him. Okay.
Locked. I'll have to find another way inside.
Oh, am I gonna unlock the dungeon after this? Maybe. What? That is so far away. I would have not guessed going that way. It's kind of a maybe like a secret tunnel. Like, oh wow, that's brutal there. Okay. Anyways, they be flayed.
You there! Come here!
I like this one because the guy like resisted the temptation of Lilith. He was like,
woman,
no.
the beast. Nothing could stop them. Not our steel, not our prayers.
Listen to me.
Did you try
I
your
must
thoughts
find
and
Dolan.
prayers?
Where is he?
Somewhere inside. Dead, like
I don't
the
think they
rest,
tried thoughts and
for
prayers.
all I know. The light has forsaken this place.
Maybe the light didn't forsake this place. It just delayed care. Slightly, like quiet. Oh, sorry. It was like 1 second sooner I would've got it. I did that wrong, so I had to like quickly get a lot of fury. I really should dodge. Like, or try. Ooh, war axe. Hello? Sure. How about this? Let's see. Oh. Okay. Just universally better. Nice, okay.
I must wait.
Let's go outside and then leave. This different? Wait, was I able to open the door again? Did I shut the door? I don't remember shutting it. Shut behind me, I guess. I don't know. Oh, see, just another thing. Second too late. This way. Discovered, like, my brain immediately does one of two things. It goes, go this way, it's the right way, or don't go this way, it's the right way. Lately, when I've been playing a lot, I've been doing a lot of go this way, it's the right way. Like, if I get to the end, I can get it over with, but I need to be better about just kind of killing all of the big mobs before I leave a dungeon, because I've been, like, leaving dungeons without a lot of loot to, like, upgrade my armor, and then, like, all of a sudden my armor is super weak.
I'm not ready yet.
Like, that weapon I got just upgraded my DPS, like, insanely. I need to stop trying to, like, just get out of there. Oh, okay. I guess I went the right way. Yeah, I did. Wow. Look at me. Lying. Alright, let's just go back this way. Oh, that was so worth it. Okay. Alright, so level 18. What did we pick up? We picked up the war cry, didn't we? We picked up Mighty War Cry, I think. So I think we're gonna go back a bit. Rallying Cry, no, we already did that. Let's see, Imposing Presence. Max life wouldn't be too bad. I don't have a lot of life anyways, but... Oh. Hammer of the Ancients is not maxed out. Okay, that's on me. That is my bad. That should have been maxed out, I feel like, earlier. Well, I guess not, because technically I got Hamstring and I wanted to get that first. So maybe not, but... Now technically it's rank 6, because... Yeah, rank 6 because of that. I think that's the way it works. Like, if it goes beyond max, does it still work? I don't really know. It'd be silly if it didn't, though. I imagine it's just more, like a higher percentage of whatever you have. That's not too far-fetched.
Light, cleanse these faithful servants of their sin. Bring them peace in death.
Like everyone else is in big armor, that guy just like in very light cloth.
Bloody miracle you made it here in one
Oh,
piece.
this guy, yeah, Donan.
Lilith and that beast tore right through us.
Love this guy.
Could have killed me too. But she left me untouched. She's toying with me.
Poor guy, he's just like a retired.
Watch her destroy everything I've built. Oh, damn it.
It's old and tired.
Did you see Yorin the way you came?
No.
She hasn't won yet. There's still a chance to stop her. But I can't do it alone.
Nice little detail. Like the slight falter over the weapon.
I'm with you. Where is she now?
An old chamber beneath the keep. That's where Astaroth is. I didn't vanquish him like the stories say. I imprisoned him in a soul stone. It was a last
Okay,
resort.
not so bad. I mean, just, yeah. So
built
far, he's
Eldheim
like
over the stone to
good guy
contain
morally,
its
so
evil.
I'm holding true to that. He seems like just a true guy.
Spent my life watching over it, keeping it a secret, so Astaroth would never hurt anyone again. Not even my son knows. I'm sorry for hiding this from you before, but I couldn't risk a stranger finding out the truth.
I understand, dude. It's fine. All right. No worries.
We should get moving. Follow me.
Santa Claus forgives you.
If you didn't see Yorin outside, we'll search on the way.
I think Jordan's is his son, right?
When was the last time you saw Yorin?
We were discussing what happened to Erida, and then Lilith stormed the keep. I ordered some guards to escort him out of Eldheim.
I like that I'm hearing names a lot, and I know who these characters are, so I get enough to where it's like, okay, I know who that character is. I know who Erida is now. I think I know who Yorin is, so I feel like I'm learning. I feel like I immediately forget side characters in World of Warcraft.
He was with Yorin.
Oh no.
Come, quickly.
Marred by claw marks. Ugh.
I told them to get out.
Brutal.
Maybe he and the Knights tried to stop Lilith. Could she have taken him somewhere?
What possible reason would she have? He means nothing to her.
The mace sits atop the
We
body.
need to move. The way to Astaroth is through here.
So that means that Yorin did the burying thing so that... See, that's a nice detail too. So like he was setting up the bodies, basically, yes, as a sign of respect to like bury them without burying them. His son did the same thing. So that shows that he wasn't just like amidst battle. There clearly was a chance for him to walk away and he chose not to.
What makes Lilith so eager to find Astaroth?
I've been asking myself
Worried that
that
son's
same
gonna die.
question, but I'm as
Is that a
much in the
1K
dark
crit?
about it as you are, I'm
I like
afraid.
it.
They share a connection, though. And a strong one at that. Astaroth is the guardian of Lilith's
Lilith's father, Mephisto.
the Lord of Hatred.
Lord of Hatred, yep. It's like the first mention, I think. Okay. Hidden too. Oh. Where are we going? Seems like you're trying to get ahead of me and then talk to me, but I don't really know.
Here it is.
Ooh.
The Soul Stone Chamber.
These are good, these are good, these are good.
Lilith has what she wanted all this time. She took the stone. No sign of Yorin, though. We need to find him.
What is this about to tell me? What kind of story is this about to tell?
Mighty Astaroth, the charred duke himself,
Confined to a cage.
what a pity.
Different color eyes are crazy.
I have an offer. You will grant me safe passage to a place I am no longer welcome.
Oh, you can see him in the background. Is that
In
him?
exchange, I will give you freedom and more. Donan's progeny,
Oh no.
His pride and joy.
your retribution. If you give me what I want.
Oh, come on. Lauren's such a young kid. Yikes. He's inside the kid
Was it
now.
another vision? Did you see Yorin?
Yes, Lilith stabbed him with the soul stone.
Poor guy, poor
My
Donan.
son?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Donan.
Jeez.
This isn't over.
I know what I...
No! There's still time. You have to trust
What, you
me.
think you can restore him
Meet me in the
after
great
he's
hall.
stabbed in a dome? I don't know about that. Let him cook, I guess. I don't know. Hold on. I gotta adjust a bit. I'm like super hot. Alright.
We must find Yorin as quickly as possible. I realize how hopeless this all seems, but I've spent half my life studying the Soul Stone. I know its nature. It will take time for Astaroth to overpower my boy. I taught him well. Even now, he's resisting the demon's influence. They'll be
All right,
close
dude.
by. Karagar.
I believe in you. But
Those
damn.
innocents to burn will excite Astaroth, make him fight harder to take control.
Lilith has what she wanted from
Stammering,
Astaroth.
I like that too.
Why
It's
would
like
she
showing how
linger here?
nervous he is.
I don't know.
Okay. Let's just go back out. And then I'll do this quest on the way out. Okay. Sort of take a long way, I guess. Okay, there it goes. Okay, runic tablets from wildlife. Do you have it, rabbit? Give it to me.
I must wait.
Are you guys technically wildlife? I mean, like, kind of humanoid-esque.
I must wait.
Oh, it's over here? It's like one. Okay. tree is wildlife? I mean, it is called a wildwood, I guess. Okay, I'm over here. I think there's more over here as well. Oh dang, there's a ton. Treebeard's having a council over here. Oh. Oh, it's just the bugs. Okay. Of all things to be wildlife, was not expecting that. Oh. This one's... I like this one, but it's like, it takes a while. Okay, that's one. Is that close enough? Oh, I just gotta stand on them? Oh, okay. I thought I had to like fill them up with blood. I think it's the other ones, like the little pillar ones, I guess. I like how basically I'm performing the ritual that literally summoned Lilith. Alright. Ooh, pantalones in a band. Let's see. These are resistances mostly. Max Fury, okay. Oh no, wait, hold on. Max Life. Oh. Max Fury though. Max Fury. It's got a socket. I think I'm gonna keep mine. But it's 264. I'll get rid of the. It's too good. Okay. Willpower, stats, and dex. Damage from close summoning. Willpower. Willpower is resource generation. Okay. Yeah. Rage generation. I can arguably say yes to that. All right. Not too bad, not too bad. I like this one. I like the rope one. That one's good. Whoever made that, top notch. Top notch. Okay. Fire resistance, nice. I'm a personal fan of like consumables or items that have to have resistances on it. I don't like when like not having resistance or having resistances doesn't really matter. I like it when you have to have it for certain situations. That way you can have multiple builds as well. Poison resistance, fire resistance, dodge. I'm gonna pick up the thorns one though.
I'm not ready yet.
This farm is on fire. I shouldn't have used that elixir so early.
Not while I'm in town.
Oh, am I in town? I feel like it. This town is on fire.
Get up! We have to go now!
Oh.
Leave without you!
They're here. Yorin can resist. He's strong.
All right. I believe in you, dude. I'm thinking positive thoughts. Nothing in this game has ended positive, super positively. It always has some negative. So.
Yorin! Yorin!
He has been waiting for you.
Where? Where is he?
Come forth.
Man.
My boy.
He called out for you, wept until his tears became
Dang.
fire.
Whew.
Do as you please, Astaroth. I have what I came for.
Dang. Fight with me, brother. Don't be like the other situation where it's like, oh, can't kill my boy. It's not your boy. Oh man, he's gonna weep. Get out of the fire. Oh my god.
I'm not ready yet.
I wanted to jump sort of past him. Clicked too soon. Got too eager.
I must wait.
There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, little corner there.
I'm not ready yet.
Getting some nice little attacks in too. Ooh, okay. Cutting it close, cutting it close, cutting it close.
I must wait.
Are some of the... Wait, do they have an ally there for a second?
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, okay. Kind of like in this little weird little corner there. positioning is kind of unfair. Come back! Come back! I thought we were buddies now. Finally got Dark Souls 3. Goated. Absolutely. Welcome to the club. Now play that for the next like 3 years because there's so many things you can do in it. Dark Souls 3 is so much fun. And also so frustrating at the same time. To jump like sort of behind him. I didn't get far enough though. I guess I could have done like fire resistance. That seemed like that probably would have been a good move for this one. Ah, I did the wrong ability. Ooh. Thought dodging to the right would have saved me there. Did not.
Not ready yet.
You good, brother? Alright, Yorin, one last chance, alright? You in there, homie? You got this, right? And she summoned this guy. Absolutely no one. He wasn't gonna live this one. Like, I know you're about to get bodied by this human. That's rough. Don't start going like, oh, my son, my boy. He gone. Sorry, Donan. You know, if he had told me just a little bit sooner, I could have maybe killed the demon before that happened.
I'm sorry, my son. I'm sorry.
Guy just walks away. Damn. I hope I see more of Donut because he's a cool character, but kind of unfortunate.
I will leave you in peace.
Ooh. Rank of double swing. Whirlwinds. Well, I'll keep this for like a whirlwind spec, I guess. Hammer's good though. Okay. Or Donan. There's still guards? So over townsfolk can search for the level ones now.
A shame about Yorin. Was one of us, you know. We'll take care of him and his father.
Good people.
Lilith and Astaroth had made a deal, and we were the ones who would pay the cost. Our presence was no coincidence. Everything happened exactly as Lilith wanted. We just danced to her music.
We're dancing?
Donan was shattered. His mind on grief, not her. Not answers. No one knew what Lilith was truly after, or exactly what Astaroth had promised her. But we needed to recover quickly, and we needed to stop chasing her phantoms.
Alright. So that's maxed out. I think next... no. Thorns. Your shout skill effect durations are increased by 8%. Okay. Because these are both shouts, right? Yep. Yes, let's go. That's good. Let's do shouts. So I think we still need, yeah, was it 3 points? Yeah, 3 points before we can get into Call of the Ancients, so... I think what we'll do is we'll do, that one could do 3. Your shouts also heal allies? I don't know if I'll do booming voice. Kinda just want to do raid leader. Or wait, I don't know if I want to do raid leader. I kind of just want to do booming voice, because booming voice, do 3 ranks of that, perhaps. I think. All the ancients. Let's see. Oh, another rank. Give me in that. Resource generation bonus. Okay. So maybe ranks and rallying cry. So maybe just doing... % of life just doesn't seem like enough. I'm thinking 2 ranks into booming voice. How many do I need? 3? Need 2 ranks into booming voice. 1 rank into rallying cry. And then... maybe then going for Call of Ancients. We could do more into Rallying Cry. I'm thinking I'll do 2 into Booming Voice, 1 into Rallying Cry. Instead of trying to do raid leader, trying Rallying Cry, and then do Call of the Ancients right after that, and then probably Prime of the Ancients, Supreme, just gain additional power, gain 10 fury for each time core like damage. Oh yeah, we're gonna grab Supreme. And then I'll probably just put more ranks into Rallying Cry. I'll probably max it out. Yeah, okay. Wish you could kind of plan it out, like pre-plan the points you're gonna spend. I think that's something that they don't do that I think would be a very easy thing for them to try. Oh yeah, what was the... There's a aspect I need to get. Sunken Ruins? I think it's in the same... Oh, this is also Skogsglen. Okay. How do we unlock this dungeon? Let's look up Sunken Ruins. Let's see. Sunken Ruins. Diablo 4. See if we can find out how to get this. Let's see. Would it be worth it just to go over there? I'll refresh my map real quick. Hide, Sunken. And Waypoint. And Barbarian. Waypoint's like way far away. But I do need that. Let's see if we can just hoof it. So I think with dungeons, I think you have to like sort of clear the area a bit. Like you can't just go and everything will be unlocked. So I'm gonna sort of guesstimate where it's at. I think it's like right here. See if we can kind of walk it. That way, worst case scenario, I think I might have to just do like Act 1 and then maybe it'll get me in that area. Making my way downtown. I don't like the look of this. The look of this two-handed sword. It's too thin. I need a big chunk weapon like guts. Running, buddy. Ooh, big leaps. Don't be Baron Plagues next to me. Great sword! How great is it? Vulnerable damage, stun enemies, basic skill damage. Okay. Oh, was it? What did I just swap out? Okay, I swapped out a sword. Sword for sword. Okay. I was so confused there for a second. I was like, what did I just do? Oh, there's one. Aspect of the Relentless Arms Master. Okay. I didn't realize the other one was also Barbarian. Yeah. Actually, it's really great. Does it do yeah, it does basic skill damage. That's perfect because that's literally what I want, because I want to get the max bleed out of it. That's perfect, actually. Oh, did I just walk into the dungeon? Sunken Ruins? No. Sodden Crypt. And we'll do this dungeon. Okay. All right. All right, so the build that we're going to be doing today is Hammer of the Ancients. This is a build that focuses on, of course, the ability Hammer of the Ancients, which is more of a single target ability, but does have a tiny bit of cleave with it. Lunging Strike is also a pretty decent ability, mainly because it does have a lunge forward with it. So the lunges, the Hammer Strikes are going to be pretty nice abilities. I'm using a sword, and I'm going to talk about that later. But the main thing about it is that we're going to be using basically those lunging strikes to position ourselves, and then Hammer of the Ancients in order to really capitalize on those attacks. Next thing we're going to be focusing on are our shouts. We have Warcry, as well as, I just skip it over, Rallying Cry. So the order of the two that I like to do is that I like to use Rallying Cry into battle. The movement speed as well as the resource generation is big. And then follow it up whenever I get that max amount of fury or near max. That way I can get a decent amount of spending in there, because that Warcry is going to capitalize on damage, whereas this capitalizes on your resource generation and your movement speed. Why do I say max fury is important for using Warcry? That is because with Hammer of the Ancients, you get 3% more fury for 5 seconds each enemy damaged by the hammer, stacking up to 10 times. So, and it deals 1% more additional damage with the addition of Furious Hammer of the Ancients. So the more fury I have whenever I spend with it, the more damage I do. Additionally, I've picked up Booming Voice. I'm probably going to pick up a few more stacks of this, but it's going to just increase the duration of my shouts. Shouts have a pretty long cooldown, 20 seconds, 25 seconds is pretty long. So having those last a little bit longer is going to be really great. On top of that, I've grabbed Hamstring, which applies a bleed effects, or it says bleed effects slow enemies, and that is why I'm also using a two-handed sword on top of everything. Because if you go into your expertise, two-handed swords, it just ranked up. So it has bleeding damage is increased by 6%. So right now, 4% of the damage you deal is inflicted as bleeding over 5 seconds. So you want to make sure you're getting as much bleed as possible. That way you can really capitalize on Hamstring being effective. Additionally, we have Leap. Leap is kind of our either jump into battle or jump out of battle to dodge. But main thing is you want to hit something, because you also generate fury because of this ability, Power Leap. You don't really, Enhanced Leap is not really doing anything great, but Power Leap gives us 40 Fury whenever we land. So as far as order of operations goes for the abilities that we have right now, I like to use Rallying Cry to start, to kind of run into battle immediately. If I can, leap into battle as well. That way I hit something, have Max Fury, use War Cry, and then Hammer of the Ancients after that. If I have enough, I can also use Rallying Cry, leap, use one Hammer of the Ancients, get back to max, use War Cry as well. Because War Cry, I think, does give you a little bit of Fury, if I remember correctly. I'll have to look at it, but I think sometimes I'll get like a chunk of Fury, and it's like, oh, well, I already have max, and now I'm just getting over max. The main thing with Barbarian that's different from a lot of other classes, instead of gaining your resource and then being careful about how much basically you have a full life pool and you want to be careful how much you're spending. Barbarian's kind of the opposite. You want to be careful on getting too much, because once you have more than their max amount, then you're not really gaining anything. So things like having a higher max life is really important to Barbarian. Having things like that increase your max Fury is really important to Barbarian, because you just want to have as much as possible. That way, without going over, you're not going to go over max, but without hitting max, essentially. So we're going to go through this dungeon, and then we're going to experience a little bit of those rotations. You're going to see what abilities really come out to shine in this build so far. As far as what we don't have just yet, I do not have the ability Call of the Ancients. It's going to be really our best passive DPS ability in this build. My favorite part about it is doing things like buffing these little characters. So basically, we don't have to do as much work because they're doing the work for us. Hammer of the Ancients is very active management, and that's not really good for leveling because you're going to be doing so much to make sure you position yourself right for your abilities. So having something like that as an ultimate is actually really nice, so that way you don't have to spend so much time actively managing every single fight.
I'm low on Fury.
Okay. Little slam. Come on and slam. And welcome to the channel. Almost certain if you hit a lot more enemies, you can basically hit max Fury. Kind of makes me wonder if I should start just doing only my Rallying Cry, hitting max and then doing it. I get impatient. I just want to hit max Fury like super quick.
Ready yet?
Oh, let me do a consumable as well. I always do the thorns.
Don't have enough.
See, it really only hits one target unless they're super duper close, I think. But I guess it's not. It's not too bad because of lunging strikes. As long as you can quickly get in there and then kind of put it together, it's not too bad off. Plus, it's not like lunging strike does like terrible damage. By comparison, a lot of resource, like your main basic ability, most of them are pretty weak. I'd say lunging strike is actually not too bad.
Low on Fury. I must wait.
Spooky ghost. A crude hammer.
I must wait.
Oh no.
More Fury.
Like, what? Do I need this? I forgot why I was looking at it. Need to stick to my routine of not looking at items I'm getting unless they're yellow or higher. This way. Did I not hit anybody? That's kind of sad. Did I seriously? Alright. What? Oh. What? Oh, I can only carry one at a time. I'm like, what the hell is happening? That was not clear at all. It's kind of silly that I can only carry one though. I thought I just had like a full inventory and that was it. Let's see. Dodge chance, thorns, total armor. While injured, you're... Yeah, I don't like my other ones better. Movement speed bonus with pants is weird, but appreciated. Beautiful. Oh, damn. Ow. Ooh, I like the look of Ripper Axe. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Hey, why is it so weak? Hold up. Oh no, 240. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, it's like all around better. Okay. One. That one's better. Yep. Sorry, buddy. Gotta give you up. Yeah, run away real quick. Finally hitting someone with the barrels. Look at me. See what's in this corner. It's in corner number 1.
I'm low on fuel.
Beautiful. 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 Attack much faster. Oh my gosh. I wish this was my speed. Always. Please. This is the speed I want. I need to change this to an attack speed build, purely. This would be so cool. Maybe... Yeah, it's best that I'm doing sword too, so that's...
My burden is too great.
Oh. What? I don't even know how that happened. Just dropping my weapons on the floor. Who needs it? Beautiful.
My burden is too great.
You know what? Have it be less. Oh, there's a life well.
We have received more reports of undead prowling.
Always go the right way. Just by accident.
As the locals tell it, a healer named Thomas turned to profane arts after his family succumbed to illness. It could be just a legend. However, it warrants further investigation. If this fiend is real, we must
Man, she can roll her R's really well.
Go forth, knights penitent, and show the unbelievers that we can cleanse this land of evil. Blessed be the light. Commander Angie.
Another one. You are invulnerable. Oh well. Tell me something I don't know.
I'm low on fury.
Abilities. So, I think I said I was going to basically do booming voice first. So I think I'll do that. Because I was thinking about doing raid leader, but I don't really want healing right now. I don't think I need it right now. So I think I'm gonna do booming voice. Start picking up only weapons. Dang, get shreked. Okay. 32 strength. Skill damage. Whew. Let's see. But basic skill damage. I gotta keep what I got. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Jewelry. Low. Armor. Jewelry. Low level armor. Works. I don't know what. Oh, pants. Okay. Oh. Is it down? Okay. Guess I was wrong. That was the right way, it was the wrong way. Challenging shout? I think I... Oh. Okay. That's fine. I mean, it was a blue and it wasn't doing much of anything anyways. Literally just an upgrade based off of rarity. That's it.
Out of fury.
I should have done further.
I'm not ready yet.
There we go. Now I just gotta figure out how these little ancestral things work. Essentially. Beautiful. That's all she wrote. Alright. Let's go. I think I just need to go back to... Actually, let's just go back to the Overshed. See if we can do this. Or how this works exactly. So I think it's... extraction and imprinting. Let's do drum crafting too, because I got like 1, 2, 3 sockets, so. Where am I? Alright, you can't select the minimap to do stuff. Can you? Nope. Just does a screen. It's gem crafting.
I see you have an eye. I carry the best shards of the heavens.
Sure. 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 Beautiful. Okay. Tell me about extracting and imprinting. Okay.
As I'm sure you know, even seemingly mundane objects sometimes contain great power. I can help you wrest that power free. The process will break down the original object, leaving behind the pure aspect of its mystical power. You might think of it as ripping the soul from one body and transferring it to another.
Okay.
Not that I would ever dream of such a thing. Certainly not within earshot of the cathedral.
So what, like these? Extract aspect of dire whirlwinds. But it destroys the item. So I don't know if I want to do that. But it is that. It is essentially that. Okay. Let's try it with... Alright, so this one... Let's see if we can do our gloves, maybe? I'm thinking of using it because I think this is supposed to offset. It says get it because, let's see. While it has a small AoE, we can solve this almost immediately through obtaining. Yeah, so it's basically a Hammer of the Ancients. Ideal. Alright, so an aspect of Ancestral Force. And that would make my gloves like that. Okay. I just need those. Okay. That might be doable. I just haven't been doing it lately. But let's go ahead and do it so I can get this item. Or wait, no, here. You
can take what's left.
Upheaval. No, I don't use upheaval in this build. That's like nearly the same stuff. Stronger though. Oh, 10% now, yeah.
Nicely. That's for salvage.
Okay. And then let's go... I don't know if I have enough of that item, but I should have had a few, so... Let's put this in there. Armor-wise, I really just want red gems, so... But jewelry-wise... Healing or armor? Cold resistance, poison resistance, shadow resistance. Resistance to all elements, lightning resistance, cold resistance. Yeah, what are we banking on here? There being a lot of fire, maybe? Actually, was that an option even? No, it wasn't. I feel like Chip Skull I don't know, is that something I'd want to use on a piece like this? Cooldown reduction, healing received. Challenging shout. Neither of these are very good. I think it should be fine though, because I think you can keep the gem if you just unsocket it. What's my armor like right now? Physical damage, yeah, so let's just do all resistances, I guess. Got a choice there. Okay. Let's hope I have enough to do this aspect.
I can take common, turn it special.
If not, we do random items and then we'll salvage them. Alright, so... Vicious Traps, Hammer of the... Yep, this one. Yep. Nice. Cannot be undone, yep. I'm assuming you can't have more of one. Like it's not like I'm guessing you can't stack this in some sort of weird way, so I'm just gonna assume it's a no. Pretty cool if you could though. Yeah. But because
Delight you're here. My boy,
I want to see something.
Worry not, Peter. The cathedral will not abandon you.
Let's do 2 whispering keys. See if we can get some better items than what we have. Because some of these are doing nothing for us. I like this one, basic skill damage, that's fine. I think my weapons are fine too. Fury cost reduction, that's not too bad. Alright, pants are not really doing anything. Pants, chest, and helmet are kind of trash. Let's see. Pants.
Fair bit of magic in that one.
Okay. Rank of charge. I don't have charge. Does give me +1, so. While injured, your potion grants you 10% maximum life as a barrier. Okay, I'll take it. Alright. It's pretty good luck. Alright. I just wish it was a different aspect there. Let's do Helm next.
Not much, is it?
Okay. Is a chest piece? Tunic.
Oh, bad luck. Try again.
It's all
Until next
awful.
time.
Alright, I got one decent piece. That's not too bad. Could have been worse. Could have been worse.
You can take what's left.
Shit, did I repair? No need. Oh, I wasn't pressing Q. I was like, what am I doing? Wait, am I level 20? I am level 20. I almost forgot. Let's level up my healing potions. Let's go. Beautiful. 20. And then I should be able to... Yep. Attack speed. Nice.
Good batch.
Cold resist. It's a really good one. I like that one a lot. Cold resist. They're all 5%, so I don't need cold resist that bad. Lightning resist, poison resistance, shadow, third eye. Dodge, armor. I like these two. Ones I can make a lot of, actually. Let's do, I think we'll do armor. Let's do like 3. I like that one a lot. That one's pretty. I don't want to accidentally use it. Okay. Alright. Let us do Act 1 stuff. I think I've done this like Act 1 stuff a bunch of times now. Alright. Gotta keep our Santa Claus build alive. Overwrite. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, so hammer. Kind of looks like a bell. See the one that looks like a bell. Firm. Sword. Ooh. I like the thicker sword, so I'm gonna go with that one. Gotta pick the cleanest one because it's Santa's axe, so. Two different ones, maybe? Yeah. Overwrite. Okay. Supposed to hit load. That's what I was supposed to hit. Alright. Let's go Santa, my guy. Time to go back into the fray.
The new militia recruits have been training night and day.
Night and day.
They deserve a little praise, but I can't let them see me as soft.
Aw.
Mind giving them a cheer for me? Easy coin for you, a boost of confidence for the recruits, and I get to go on being the hard ass.
Aw, she's so
Everybody
nice.
wins.
I'll handle it.
Okay, kind of serious. Oh. I forgot, what is emote? E? Oh my gosh. Customize, top, cheer, save, cheer.
Impressive.
Impressive. Cheer at the training militia. Oh, actually go over to them. I'm like, why aren't you guys happy?
Well done.
Well done.
Thanks. I hope they don't get used to it.
Okay. Ooh. Tab? Oh, okay. I've done this one so many times, I feel like.
The kitchen is ready for tomorrow's service. Angels above, you've returned. The Reverend Mother will want to hear of this, but she's away at Corvalar. Seek your blessing there.
Okay.
Everything is unfolding as Inarius foretold. Soon, he will be free to escape Sanctuary and return to the heavens where he belongs.
Alright. Have I been out this way? Oh, this is actually a new part, because... Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I must have done the first part on this character. I've now done every character but Sorcerer. So I feel like some things like have begun to run together. That's only because I've done like Act 1 so many times. I think most, if not all, of my characters I've made are level 20 though. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Speak with Reverend Mother and Prava and Corvalar. Yep. What are you doing here?
Do you see him too? The ghost of Korik, my son. When he was a boy, he was taken to the Black Asylum, and now he haunts my every moment, calling to me, begging that I don't know how much more I can stand. Please, I'll pay you. End his torments.
Dang.
Please, see that he is laid to rest.
I'll do it.
Is that...
No!
Oh, now I see him.
No! You're dead!
Father, won't you come visit me?
Dang, that's creepy. Visit me, Papa. That looks bad.
Listen carefully. I haven't much time. One of our men, Lord Evitus, was felled in the ancient city beneath the mountain. We carried his body to the ossuary, but he arose.
Oh, dang.
Thirsting for blood. Only I escaped. Please. You must slay him.
They took the phrase, friends become enemies, enemies become friends, and they just went, friends become enemies. Just that part. Only. It's a necromancer only. I'm good. All the way over there? What's that? Saw something shiny. Like a brief second. Making my way downtown.
I need more fury.
It was just an event. Better be a good one. Raise the effigies. Glad I could assist in such a fantastic way. You know what? That was worth it. Minimal work. Maximum payoff.
What is this?
Rank of Steel Grasp. No, it's not better. Let's see. Overpower. No, I want my basic skill damage. Oh. Okay. Go this way, I guess. Yeah, let's rally, brother. Whew. That's a lag and a half. Dang, that was all kind of a waste. Sort of forgot why I'm doing this. Gather spear from undead, yep. The event is live again? Okay. Counts, right? Probably not.
I'm not ready yet.
Ooh. Looks nice with that earthquake. Okay, please. Thank you. That was awful. I want my reduced cooldown now. Level 41. Wait, what's Crude's goal? Ooh, yay. Yeah, I'm definitely outside that ring, but okay.
Not ready yet.
Just trying to get out of this. That'd be nice. It's not. Okay. I'm accepting my fate now. See, that's what I saw. I saw that little flicker.
Not ready yet.
1022. Boom. Crazy. Alright. Enemies. 6 heal damage. Can't get rid of my gloves. No basic skill damage. Nothing on these. I don't know why I wanted to be up here. Steak. Okay, so it doesn't give me fear, right? I thought it did. For whatever reason. It's 21. Okay. Let's grab. Yeah, it only gives me half a second. Yeah, let's do the booming voice. One more point. More. Uh-oh. They're waiting. Beautiful. Boom. Nice. I am liking this aspect. Yay! Another rope swing. My favorite ones. Okay. I going crazy? Why is my 3 button broken? What the fuck? I'm literally trying to like leap and it wouldn't let me. Alright, let me unplug this book again. Oh, because I'm typing in chat. Jesus. That's why. So last time I was here in this area, I found a rare mob. I wonder if it's here now as well. I killed the rare mob, but I wonder if it respawns. Yep. Big explosions. What was that? What'd I get? Staff of Elemental Command, level 18. Not used by my class. No! It's okay. Bummer. It's alright. Oh. Oh.
State your business.
Reverend Mother monkey Trump business
expects me.
Open the gates.
Damn, like my humor. What's up, Vigo?
You were good soldiers. Worked hard. Fought hard. Drank hard too.
Yeah.
Brothers.
Living the life.
Sisters. I hope you find peace in these flames.
Okay.
Vigo, what are you doing here?
So you lived. I came clean to Prava. About taking that woman's bribe. It's looking bad.
He's a good guy.
My ass is on the line. Might not have a job when she's done with me. Hey, you're here for her, right? Let's go together.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll go easy on me if you're there.
That is perfect mentality. Alright. Maybe she'll go easy. Alright. That's it for me. About like a 3.5 hour stream. I'll be uploading a build guide on the Hammer of the Ancients build. Of course, it doesn't have the call ability, so I might just app into that and just add a clip into it to fix that in, because I got like maybe I think one more level and I'll have it. So I just didn't want to tack it on and start a new quest, so I'll definitely add that to the build. But a couple of new builds out for druids as well as necromancer if you like those already. And then we're gonna do I'm gonna do my first rogue guide most likely after that, and I think it's gonna be a twisted blade rogue. So more stuff to come. Thank y'all for watching. I'll catch y'all next time.